The city is probably the worst place to keep an exotic animal. You cannot give it the outdoor exposure. You have problems with sanitation.
This house has an odor. I call it my cat house. The cat means more to me than a baby. I'm having an abortion. Who the hell needs a baby at 40 years old?
I'm single. I don't need any kids. I don't know if I'll ever have any kids, but right now my animals are my kids. It gives me something to take care of, and
they are like people. It's an unusual way to talk about the fish, but it's like raising a kid.
I don't need children. I got a whole tank of them. We started the tank with 3 damsels. You know, I named them Alex and Dominic and Little Blue. And then he introduced a pantherfish. I came down one morning and Little Blue was gone. I was crying hysterically that he had eaten my Little Blue, and I wanted him out because he ate one of my little children. It was gone. I was so upset. To me, they're all people.
I love him so much. He's my child. He's better than a child because he'll never grow up and turn on me. If you have a baby, you think the baby is going to grow up and grow out of its habits. Not with this monkey. You have to depend on having diapers for at least 20 years. I'd love him to have a girlfriend or a wife. I think that would be a perfect family. And he is intelligent. He really is. I taught him to brush his teeth. He'll kiss you. I know he loves me.
Millipede. It's like a long string and has many legs and 2 things sticking up on her head. I take very good care of him. That's why he loves me.
They shouldn't love me. If they'd been left where they were, they would have had a life without me. If they die, I'm responsible. Not I'm responsible for their living.
After a while, if they get sick or they die, you know, it's like you really lose a person.
When they die, you put them in a bag and flush them down the toilet.
If something happened to him right now, I think my wife would be affected to a point where, like somebody in the family had died.
Fish are very, very comforting.
That's the reason my friend, who's a bus driver, he bought one, and he doesn't threaten to throw the passengers off the bus anymore.
Once I started getting back into scuba diving and traveling down to the tropics, I found that anything I had in a fish tank was so incredibly minor to the actual experience of diving on the reefs that I didn't want to collect them anymore.
Saltwater fish trade, as far as I'm concerned, I would ban.
I've had wrasses in there.
What they're doing to the reefs is absolutely
I've
disgusting.
had butterflies in there. They're dead.
They go and dynamite them.
I've had different types of tangs. They're dead.
They go in and they poison the reefs, and as the animals come out suffocating.
I've had a different clown. He's dead.
The new unexplored region for slaughter is the saltwater fish trade.
It hurts me when any fish
They're in
dies.
there killing away.
You don't know how long they're going to live. No one knows.
And the same thing with exotics. Nobody in his right mind would want to keep an orangutan, or a gorilla, or a leopard, or a cheetah, or a lion, or, you know, any one of these animals which are coming from environments which are, you know, in many ways threatened.
Leave them all alone. Leave them all in the jungle. Leave them outside the cities.